Welcome back to Tech Talk Central, and hey, welcome to this deep dive video.
Hey, everyone.
We are here today because, look, if you're planning a party, you might be facing a tough choice. A real dilemma between two audio heavyweights.
That's right. We're putting the Sony SRS-XV800 right up against the JBL PartyBox Stage 320.
Yeah, head to head.
And look, for you, if you're about to drop some serious cash on a big portable speaker, our job today is to, well, cut through the noise, right?
Exactly.
We want to go beyond just the specs on paper. We're looking at the actual sound, how portable they really are, the battery life, and, the extra features that could make or break your next big get-together.
So the big question we're trying to answer for you is, which one of these speakers actually gives you the best party experience? Let's kick things off with what everyone wants to know first. Sheer audio power.
Raw muscle. Okay, yeah, let's jump right in.
Yeah.
Because JBL, well, they give us a number, a big clear number, 240 watts of powerful sound.
240 watts, that sounds significant.
It is. And it's designed really to deliver that rich, booming bass, clear highs, enough power to really fill a big space like a gym or even just a large backyard.
Okay, so that 240 watt number, it definitely grabs your attention. It promises loudness right away. But when you see a number like that, you got to ask, what's the context?
Absolutely. That's the key question. While 240 watts sounds impressive, is that RMS power? The steady, continuous output? Or is that just the peak power, like the absolute maximum for a split second?
Right.
Either way, it's pretty clear JBL is aiming for that big directional volume. They want you to feel that bass hitting you.
Okay, so that's JBL. Now, Sony, they seem to be taking a bit of a different path here, don't they? Less about just one big number.
Exactly. Sony doesn't really shout about a specific wattage figure in the same way. Instead, they focus more on how the sound spreads out, how it covers the whole area, not just how loud it is pointing one way.
How do they do that?
Well, they call it omnidirectional party sound. And technically, they use 5 separate tweeters to achieve it. Some face forward, but crucially, some face backward, too.
Ah, interesting. So it's not just blasting forward.
Right. It's about maximizing the coverage, filling the room, even if it's an awkward shape or you're outdoors, optimizing the experience for everyone, basically.
5 tweeters. That sounds like it could really help with those dead spots you sometimes get with really directional speakers, right?
It definitely helps. And the main speaker tech is interesting, too. They have these things called X-balanced speakers, developed by Sony.
Okay.
They aren't the usual round speaker cones. They're more rectangular.
Huh. Why does that shape matter?
Well, the idea is it maximizes the speaker diaphragm's surface area. So you get more sound pressure, which means deeper, punchier bass. They call it mega bass, but without the speaker cone having to move quite as much.
Okay, so if I'm getting this right, the shape lets them push more air for that bass thump, but maybe with less distortion, especially at lower frequencies.
That's the goal, yeah. Less distortion, more clarity, even when you crank it up.
Yeah.
So thinking about you, the listener, maybe you're planning a party on a weirdly shaped patio.
Yeah.
Or people are going to be spread all over the backyard.
Yeah.
In that case, Sony's focus on dispersion, on spreading the sound out evenly, that might be the real key for you.
Right. So JBL is shouting, 240 watts, feel the power, which is great if you just want pure directional loudness.
Very confident in that number.
But if you're thinking, okay, I need good sound everywhere, not just right in front, then Sony's omnidirectional thing and those X-balanced speakers, that might be the smarter play for certain situations.
Precisely. It's a different kind of audio philosophy. Raw power versus, let's say, sophisticated coverage.
That's a really helpful way to frame it. But okay, a party speaker isn't just about sound when it's plugged in. It needs to last when it's away from the wall. Let's talk endurance, toughness, and actually moving these beasts around.
Right, section 2. And this is where Sony really makes a statement, a big one, battery life. The SRS-XV800 claims, wait for it, 25 hours of battery life from one charge.
25? Seriously? Wow.
Yeah, 25 hours. That's enough to start a party Friday night and potentially still be going Saturday afternoon.
That is genuinely impressive, especially if you're doing something outdoors, away from power outlets.
Totally. And they even thought about what happens if you, forget to charge it Philly. They've got this quick charge feature. Plug it in for just 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And you get up to 3 hours of playback.
Okay, that's actually brilliant. That takes away that whole, oh no, the speaker's dead panic.
Right. Battery anxiety gone.
Now,
the JBL PartyBox Stage 320, it's no slouch either. It offers a really solid battery life, up to 18 hours of playtime.
18 hours is still really good.
Yeah.
That'll cover most parties easily.
Oh, absolutely. 18 hours is plenty for a long night.
Yeah.
But That difference between 18 and 25 hours, that's 7 hours.
Yeah, that's significant.
That's potentially the difference between needing to find an extension cord halfway through the after party or just letting it run.
Good point. Okay, what about actually lugging these things? They look pretty big.
They are big. The JBL weighs in at 39 pounds. It feels sturdy, definitely, and it has handles built into the body. They describe it as splash-proof.
Okay, 39 pounds. And the Sony?
Sony's a tiny bit heavier, actually. Comes in at 40 pounds, 12 ounces. So just over 40 pounds.
Yeah.
But, and this is a big, but Sony included built-in wheels and a handle that pulls out.
Like luggage.
Exactly. Like a carry-on suitcase, which makes a huge difference when you're moving it more than a few feet.
Yeah, I can see that. Trying to carry 40 pounds across a park or down to the beach versus rolling it, no contest.
Right. JBL needs you to lift and carry. Sony lets you roll. For real-world moving around, those wheels are critical.
Okay, and you mentioned splash-proof for JBL. Sony gives an actual rating, right? IPX4.
They do, IPX4, and that rating gives you a bit more specific info. It means it's protected against splashing water from any direction.
So rain showers, spilled drinks by the pool, probably okay.
Exactly. You can't dunk it, obviously, but it's designed to handle typical party accidents or a bit of weather. It gives you that confidence, especially outdoors. JBL's splash-proof likely means something similar, but IPX4 is a recognized standard.
That clarity is good. And speaking of Sony's design, you mentioned earlier it has some kind of sensor to adjust the sound based on how it's positioned.
Yeah, that's another neat touch. It has a built-in sensor that figures out if you've placed the speaker upright, vertically, or laid it down horizontally.
And it changes the sound based on that.
It optimizes the audio processing. So say you need to lay it flat to fit under a table or something. The speaker adjusts itself to make sure the sound still comes out balanced, that the tweeters are working correctly for that orientation.
That's pretty clever. It takes the guesswork out of placement.
Exactly. It just adapts. You don't have to worry if you're blocking something or messing up the soundstage just by turning it sideways. User-friendly engineering.
Okay, that is smart. Right, let's shift gears slightly. We've done sound, we've done battery and build. Let's get to the party extras. The fun stuff. Karaoke. Lights.
Yeah, the party kit. Both speakers definitely cater to the performance aspect. They both have inputs, so you can plug in a microphone and a guitar.
Okay, so karaoke ready, or even use it as a small amp?
Pretty much. Turns either one into a portable PA or karaoke machine.
Yeah.
But this is where the packaging differs quite a bit.
How so?
Well, the JBL PartyBox Stage 320, particularly in certain bundles, is really set up for the instant party. It often comes packaged with its own wireless 2 microphone system.
Oh, wow. 2 wireless mics included.
Yep, often included, with a dual-channel receiver, so you're literally ready for duets right out of the box.
That's a strong selling point for karaoke fans.
Yeah, there's more. The bundle frequently includes the JBL Party Light Beam. Now, this isn't just lights on the speaker. It's a separate external Bluetooth light projector. It throws dynamic, colorful patterns across your walls, your ceiling, and it syncs up with the music and the speaker's own built-in light ring.
Whoa, okay, so JBL gives you a whole separate light show projector. That's ambitious.
It's definitely aiming for that big visual impact, a real spectacle. Sony, on the other hand, has ambient lights built into the speaker itself. They light up the unit, top to bottom, adding color, but it's all contained within the speaker.
Right, integrated lights versus an external projector. And the mics for Sony.
Sony has the 2 inputs, definitely ready for karaoke, but typically the microphones aren't included in the standard package. You'd need to buy those separately.
Okay, so JBL bundles the mics and adds that external light beam for maximum visual flair. Sony keeps the lights integrated. I can see the appeal of the JBL bundle, but doesn't carrying a separate light projector add complexity, like another thing to set up and potentially lose?
That's absolutely the trade-off, isn't it? JBL goes for the biggest possible light effect, potentially more setup. Sony prioritizes integration and simplicity, and Sony has another trick up its sleeve, something completely different.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
That TV sound booster function you mentioned earlier.
Ah, right. Tell me more about that. How does a party speaker boost TV sound effectively?
It's pretty unique. It uses the main X-Balance speaker and specifically those rear-firing tweeters we talked about.
Okay, but why rear tweeters for watching TV in front? Seems weird.
Well, the idea isn't just raw volume. It's about creating a wider, more immersive soundstage. When you turn on the TV sound booster, those rear tweeters bounce sound off the walls behind the speaker.
Ah, using reflections.
Exactly. It creates these reflections and dispersion patterns that make the sound feel much wider, more room-filling than just the TV's own speakers, or even the party speaker just firing forward.
So it could make movies or concert videos feel bigger, more cinematic.
That's the goal. It essentially turns the party speaker into a temporary but pretty powerful soundbar replacement for things like movies or live sports on TV.
Okay, that adds a whole other dimension to the Sony. It's not just a party speaker then. It could be your living room speaker during the week and your party speaker on the weekend.
Precisely. It adds this layer of year-round usefulness. Plus, you control settings via the Sony Music Center app, and it has USB playback and device charging, too. It feels designed for versatility.
Whereas the JBL feels maybe more laser focused on just nailing that big party scenario.
I think that's a fair assessment. Maximize the party impact, especially with those bundled accessories.
Okay, let's try and pull all this together for you, the listener. We've hit wattage, battery, portability, lights, mics, even TV sound. Let's define the core identity of each one.
Okay. The JBL PartyBox Stage 320. I'd say it's the instant party powerhouse. Its identity is really built around that high wattage number, the 240W, and providing everything you need for maximum party effect right away, especially those wireless mics and the external light beam in the bundles. It's about immediate excitement.
Maximum excitement package. Got it. And the Sony SRS-XV800.
The Sony feels like the endurance athlete and sound specialist. Its key strengths are that incredible 25-hour battery life, the sophisticated omnidirectional sound for tricky spaces, the convenience of the wheels, and that unique TV sound booster feature that gives it extra value beyond parties.
Endurance and versatility. Okay.
So for you, the choice really hinges on what you prioritize most. If you're doing, say, an all-day outdoor event, maybe a camping trip where power is scarce, that 25-hour Sony battery could be the absolute deal breaker.
Makes sense.
But if your main goal is to unbox it and immediately have the most visually spectacular light show and a full karaoke setup ready to go, that JBL bundle is hard to beat. It's specifically designed for that moment.
So this brings up a really interesting final thought for you to chew on. When you're picking a massive portable speaker like one of these, what's ultimately more important for creating the right party vibe? Is it having a dedicated light system that splashes colors all over the walls and ceiling, like that JBL party light beam? Or is it having smarter sound tech inside, like Sony's sensor that adjusts for placement and the omnidirectional sound that fills the room more evenly?
Yeah, it really makes you weigh that immediate visual wow factor against the maybe more subtle but potentially more crucial acoustic engineering that ensures everyone hears great sound.
Visual impact versus sound optimization. A tough call depending on your priorities.
Definitely something to think about. What kind of party experience are you really trying to create?
Well, hopefully this deep dive has given you a much clearer picture of these two amazing speakers.
Yeah, we've looked at the power, the features, the battery, the little details. You should now have a better idea of which one fits your specific party plan.
Absolutely. And hey, if you want to check out the latest prices or find deals on either the Sony SRS-XV800 or the JBL PartyBox Stage 320, definitely have a look at the links down in the description below.
Good idea.
And while you're down there, please do hit that subscribe button for the Tech Talk Central channel. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll catch you on the next deep dive.